Hey everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at our Titan chain snow tire chains with cams. So this is going to be an alloy chain, and we'll see how it looks and how it fits on our 2023 GMC Sierra 1500. So this is a heavy duty tire chain. You have your square links, you've got your alloy that it's made of, which is good for corrosion resistance, and this is designed for your larger tires. Now for your GMC Sierra, yes, you have some different tire size options for this truck. Specifically, or for ours specifically, it's 275/60 R20. This is going to be a slightly looser fit on this tire. Like, it is going to work, and I'll show you how to install it, but it's a more ideal fit for the larger tire size for this truck. So double check your tire size. Use our fit guide here at etrailer.com to find the best fit for you. So take a look at our links. So these are large links. If you have limited space behind your tire, this is not going to work for that. But if you want extra traction on the road, this will get that job done. So notice how they are square links, but the way they're twisted together. That gives you a good balance of ice and snow capability. Another thing is they're made of a manganese nickel alloy construction. And your more affordable tire chains usually use a low carbon steel. You then upgrade to the manganese nickel alloy. What that means is not only do you have the durability to just bite into that snow and ice and give you that traction, but you also have more corrosion resistance. Either way though, while this should help or give you that traction for more than one season, when you do stow it away, please make sure that they dry out properly. You can also oil it or grease it and then put it in a plastic tote during the warmer months if you want to extend its lifetime. That plastic tote will be an upgrade over the canvas bag that this arrives in. Now most chains do arrive in a bag like this just because it's easier for it to be delivered to you. You can just toss it into your truck, and then in case of emergency, you have tire chains ready to go. Now putting them back here, yes, it is reusable, although I do recommend using a cable tie. Also, this does have cams, so you're gonna have a special cam tool. Find a safe spot for that, so that's ready to go when you're ready to go. So these are ladder style chains, and there's different methods of attaching ladder style chains. Some people like to drive over them and then make the connections. I like to put the chain on and then make connections while it's parked. That way I'm not driving back and forth and hopping out into the snow to make sure everything's okay. It's up to you which method is easier. I'll show you the second method later on in this video. With the traditional ladder style chains, you are gonna feel a bump on the road. One, that'll help you know that the chains are on there, but two, something to keep in mind is please don't drive over 30 miles per hour with chains, and know that it's a different method of driving with traction devices. My personal thoughts about these tire chains is that I do like how they are made of that alloy, just because I've seen low carbon steel tire chains not really make it past the first season. So this is better for longevity, but also with that good balance of large square chains, but also twisted. Whether you have a lot of ice, you have a lot of snow, you're good. If you want something more low profile, we do have smaller chain options like the Titan chain diamond pattern alloy snow tire chain. That could work for your truck as well. Now, install process, pretty simple. Let's take a look at that. What I recommend doing is pretty much the instant you get your tire chains, go ahead, lay them out in your garage, take a look at them, get familiar with the chains. That way you know what you need to be looking for, but you're also familiar with the process of how to get them onto your tire, and you can be sure how to get the right fit. It's important to do that because you want to know now before you're stranded by the side of the road. So this all looks good. We have everything lined up. All the chains look the same, and we have it facing the right way. So notice how the hooks are facing up. The flat part of the hook is facing down. We have our cams on this side, and everything looks pretty uniform. If you notice that there's a twist, go ahead and twist the chains until it lies flat like a necklace. When everything looks good, you're ready to put this onto your tires. Just grab the center, scrape them over, make sure it doesn't twist while you are installing. And you're going to want to try to get a same amount of chain on each side. Make sure it's even before you go back behind the tire to make your first connection. Here we are behind our tire. We're going to go for the most furthest link just because this is kind of a loose fit. You can adjust the tension with these links and these hooks in the back. Just make sure you have the hook facing away. Now we're going to make our front connection. So this has an interesting looking lever. This is the way you use it. So you get a chain or a link. You bring the lever in from the back. See how that comes through. And then as you push that link down, you're then going to pull that lever. And then it pulls the rest of the chain. Bring it down to secure it with this extra link. And that's usually where other tire chains finish, but here we have an extra step which we can take because we have these cam tensioners. So grab your tool that's included with your bag and then go and turn those cams to get more tension in. We got a pretty good tension with just our first and second connections, but this will tighten down even further. And just like that, you have a good fit. So see how I'm trying to move the chains around and they're barely budging around the tire. And that means when you drive around, they're not gonna leave your tire either. Do the same thing on the other side. And then I recommend rolling forward or backward a couple feet, hopping out of your truck, double checking that everything is still in place. If you want to, you can also get a rubber tensioner. In our case, I don't think it's as necessary, but a rubber tensioner will adjust with your chains as you drive because there will be a little bit of movement when you hit the rocks and when you hit ice. But other than that, that's pretty much it for how to put your tire chains on your tire. You are now ready to hit the road. And that right there was a look at our Titan Chain Alloy Square Snow tire chains with the cam tensioners right here on our 2023 GMC Sierra 1500.